my name is Tom Sawyer. I don't want to be no doctor or no lawyer. Fishing by the river, that's the only place to be. I want to be free sitting under a tree, that's me. These are the stories of Tom Sawyer. Me and Huck Finn just playing by the river. Chasing that steamboat teacher, let me be. I want to be free sitting under a tree. That's me!
It's that man, the one they call Injun Joe. He's the one that killed Dr. Robinson.
Hold it, Joe! Grab him! Come on! Down! Get him! Joe!
Me and Huck would have felt a lot safer if they'd been able to get Joe into jail, him being the dangerous villain he was. But soon after all that ruckus, I got wind of some good news. I hear Sheriff Collins is calling in a famous detective from St. Louis to find Injun Joe.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. And I'll bet he'll have that troublesome rascal hogtied in no time.
Well, I should hope.
If this detective feller's coming all the way from St. Louis, he must be pretty good at the detecting business.
Well, I reckon he can't be any too good for me. Just the idea of Injun Joe being on the loose out there gives me the willies.
What are you so jumpy about? It was me that went into court and done all the testifying against Injun Joe.
Well, sure, I know that, Tom. Maybe you reckon because you didn't say who was with you that night that Injun Joe won't figure out who it was. But he'll figure it out for sure, Tom. Who else you think would go off terry-hooting around in the graveyard with you in the middle of the night for Pete's sakes? And then what do you think? If he gets an appetite for revenge, he'll come looking for me as sure as he'll come looking for you, and I ain't too partial to that notion.
I might as well have shared the credit with you.
No thanks.
I think we ought to try to look on the bright side. We're having an adventure.
When's that detective due to arrive, Tom?
I believe he'll be showing up today or tomorrow, probably. And then maybe we'll get to watch a professional detective plying his trade to protect our hides. Now, how about that for an adventure?
Oh, I'm mighty relieved that you can think of this as another adventure. Speaking for myself, I don't see no attraction at all in it. Not a bit. I'd rather Injun Joe was catched and the whole thing over and done with, sure enough.
Mm-hmm. But maybe if we could help catch him.
Us catch him? Your granny, Tom, I ain't about to go catch him. I'll be sleeping and minding my own business, and there he is, standing under my house, just staring up at me, scares the livers and giblets out of me, and if that ain't enough, he pulls out his hunting knife.
Oh, no, how'd you get away from him?
That was easy. I wake up, that's all.
Whoa. You didn't tell me it was a dream.
I didn't tell you it was a dream because it's more of a nightmare.
I ain't had any, least not lately. I had some mighty guilty ones, though, when old Muff was in jail.
I hate to say this, but maybe them nightmares is only a part of the price we have to pay for breaking our oath not to tell anyone about the murder.
But, Huck, I couldn't lie in the courtroom. That's illegal.
I ain't blaming you, Tom. I reckon I'd have done the same thing if the court had called me. It worries me a heap, that's all.
I'm not going to worry any more about it. It'll just make me feel bad. Besides, Muff Potter was mighty grateful that I broke our oath, now wasn't he?
Yeah. Muff wouldn't be here but for you. Breaking our oath did save his life, come to think of it.
Yep, it made me feel awful good to see the relief and gratitude in Muff's eyes.
You saved my life, Tom.
Me and Huck had a lot riding on this St. Louis detective feller. Our lives were in his hands. And if he can't do anything about catching Injun Joe, our necks wouldn't be worth a plug nickel.
Oh, say, Tom, wait up, won't you?
Oh, hi.
You look mighty preoccupied, young man.
Well,
Do you have so much on your mind these days you didn't even hear me calling you?
yeah.
Better watch where you're going, Tom, or somebody's team will run you down, and you know it just wouldn't do for the chief witness in the biggest murder case around here in years to wind up flat on his back under a wagon.
I could think of worse things to have happen. I suppose everybody's talking about it at the docks.
Yep. All morning long, people have been gabbing about where Joe might have gone off to. Some say he took off to the north. Others are wagering he went west toward Indian territory. But, of course, nobody knows anything for sure. But everybody agrees that Sheriff Collins did the right thing in sending for that detective.
You suppose this detective feller will know what he's doing? I mean, will he be able to bring in Injun Joe, Mary?
I'm certain that he is a trained professional and will know just what clues to look for.
How do you know?
Oh, well, it just makes sense that Sheriff Collins would send for someone who's the proper man for the job, Thomas.
Probably. But it is sort of preying on my mind. I'll feel better when he's here. After hearing Huck talk about his nightmares, I was afraid I might start having them again. I couldn't get to sleep, and I was afraid to stir from my bed, even though I had a powerful reason. Wake up! Wake up! That's it. Wake up. You feel like you'd like to go outside, Sid?
Go outside? Are you kidding? I want to sleep.
There could be a full moon. Aw, let's.
I've seen the moon, and if you've seen it once, you've seen it.
How about if I show you the place where I buried a dead bat last summer?
No thanks.
Come on, I'll even let you dig the thing up.
I'm really not interested in dead bats.
Come on, how about just a short little walk in the moonlight, Brother Sid?
No.
I don't want to go out there alone. I can't stand it nohow. Gangway! That was close. I always knew I was brave. Must be Huck. Wonder what he wants. Thank heavens it was just a dream. This time. Next day, half of St. Petersburg was down at the landing to catch an eyeful of this famous detective we'd heard so much about.
Sheriff, you reckon this detective is really experienced at nabbing criminals?
Supposed to be. That agency said he's the best they got, worth every nickel we agreed to pay him.
Well, Sheriff, it should be a powerful comfort to you to have somebody in town with a proper background for some serious law enforcement.
Stop all engines. Prepare to lower the gangplank.
Aye, aye, Captain. Stand clear, folks.
Anybody gonna know what this fella looks like, Tom?
Don't know. The only detective I've ever seen was in a picture book.
Think maybe he changed his mind?
I sure hope not, 'cause you and me are both dependent on him.
Hey, you reckon that's him?
Could be. Let's find out.
Okay.
Hey, Sheriff, is that him?
Hello?
Huh? Oh.
Hello, Ethel.
Say, did you get the estate settled, Jim?
Mom said maybe we could come visit you in St. Louis.
Well, why don't we cross that bridge when we get to it, young man?
Maybe he decided he didn't want the job after all.
He can't do that to these people. We struck a deal.
Yoo-hoo. I'm afraid nautical travel and I don't get along very well, but I appear to have survived the journey in one piece, no thanks to that scoundrel of a steward. I gave him twice the usual tip, but the fellow still forgot to wake me when we finally arrived at our destination. Knobhead.
Name's Collins here in St. Petersburg. I'm the sheriff.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness, so you are. I'm the detective, Pinkerton by name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Sheriff. With your permission, I'd like to get right to work on the investigation so we can bring the culprit to justice.
Fine, let's start in my office.
Splendid. Won't that be jolly and wonderful police work as well? What a nice town.
Well, Mr. Pinkerton, it's usually pretty quiet, just the way folks here like it.
Yes, it's uncommonly peaceful here. A condition doubtless reflecting the
With Mr. Pinkerton on the job, I reckon Injun Joe can sleep easy.
Yeah, I'm afraid there's no hope he'll ever catch him.
If we're dependent on him to protect us from Injun Joe, we're in deep trouble.
You still going to rest easy knowing he's protecting us, Tom?
Doggone it, here I was hoping our worries were gonna be over. But that so-called detective is a washout. Oh.
This Injun Joe fellow was, poor, had no cash.
Right. He never had no money to speak of because nobody in St. Pete wanted to hire such a mean, onerous sort of cuss as Injun Joe.
My. Then I suppose he must have needed a little money because he couldn't get employed.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, dear. What is that horrible odor?
As I understand it, Joe stole animals from local farms and brung them back here to cut them up.
He purloined stock from nearby ranches, did he? This is a typical example, I suppose. Well, we won't need any bloodhounds anyway.
'Cause he didn't stay here much.
Oh?
Yep, that's right, sir.
Then where did he spend his time?
Well, when he wasn't off swiping chickens or scarifying somebody, him and Muff used to polish the bar with their elbows a lot, especially in rainy weather.
Frequented the saloon, did he?
'Cause nowadays, Muff don't spend much time down there anymore.
The important thing, Deputy, is to leave no stone unturned. Never mind.
Better watch yourself on that bottom riser, Mr. Pinkerton. It ain't exactly...
In graveyard. My, that's a fascinating account, Thomas. Does that tell it completely?
Yes, sir.
Well, now, what we need is a statement from his partner, this Potter fellow.
But Muff Potter didn't have nothing to do with the murder. He was passed out cold when Injun Joe done it.
Yes, so you said. But since they knew each other so well, perhaps Muff knows where he's hiding.
Joe wouldn't let Muff in on his plans. He was gonna let Muff hang.
Oh?
Muff can't help you.
But I can't comprehend Muff's willingness to be punished
Muff
for...
was so confused he didn't know what he was saying. When Injun Joe claimed he saw Muff commit the murder, Muff believed him. And that's how Joe was able to frame him. But I seen Joe do it.
In that case, his guilt has been clearly established. I'll make a note. His guilt has been clearly established. Oh, if only I could question the victim.
Is Mr. Pinkerton making good progress?
Oh, yeah, lots. Just that none of it has anything to do with catching Injun Joe.
Now, just what do you mean by that? What sort of progress is he making?
He paid a visit out at the old Lyman place to talk to Merle about any stolen animals and got butted by a billy goat.
Oh, my, that must have hurt.
Then yesterday morning, he managed to get himself stuck in the sluice gate at O'Bannon's and most busted his elbow pulling it out, and that meant taking another nap back at the hotel.
Do you suppose he learned anything of value from all that?
Well, he learned watch out for billy goats and don't stick your arm in a sluice gate.
Come on, Tom, let's sit a spell and enjoy the view. I've got some news, Tom. There's something I want to tell you about.
Well, I hope it's good news. I could use some about now, Becky.
Well, you see, Tom, when I tell you, you might not think it's so good.
Golly, what in the world is it? Huh?
It seems I have to go back to St. Louis.
You mean you're leaving St. Pete?
Yep.
Why?
I'm going to stay at my grandmother's for a little while.
I reckon you'll have a nice time at your granny's and make lots of new friends, Becky.
Oh, now. If that's all the upset you can get at my leaving, Tom Sawyer.
What I really meant was, I panicked at the thought of your leaving, and it made me so sad my heart was going boom! How's that?
Much better.
I will miss you, Becky, and think about you all the time, and I'll be wishing I could see you.
You will soon. I'm just going there for a short visit.
Oh, well then, it won't be such a long time before we see each other again after all. A leisurely trip downriver to see family sounds mighty good to me.
Wouldn't it be nice if we can make the trip together?
Yep, that sure would be a treat, all right.
Oh, yes, that would be delightful, Tom.
I can imagine it now. This is better than we ever dreamed it would be, ain't it?
Yep, it is.
Whoa! Maybe they'd like to travel together, too. Don't worry about them. Remember, this is only a dream, Becky.
Of course it is. Make a wish on the evening star, Tom.
I already got my wish.
Really?
I could sail the world with you beside me, Becky Thacher.
I'd like that too, Tom Sawyer.
Hi, Mr. Pinkerton. What do you want?
I have just arrived at an extremely important deduction. I felt I should inform you forthwith and at the earliest opportunity.
Oh, you've made some kind of big discovery?
It has to do with the basic character of Injun Joe.
And what's that?
It was very important. I know I wrote it down in here somewhere. Here, those acquainted with him say he's sullen and given to bursts of violent temper.
Well, that ain't exactly a big discovery, Mr. Pinkerton.
And while he shows no loyalty himself, he is likely to be vicious toward those who are not unwaveringly loyal to him.
Well, of course he ain't loyal.
Yes, but what you don't seem to understand is that because of his peculiar attitudes about loyalty, he may conclude you have something against him personally based on your testimony. He may possibly believe that you are in pursuit of him. To protect himself, he in turn must pursue you.
Tom, is it possible Injun Joe could come after you because of what you said in court?
How should I know what Injun Joe might do? Nobody even knows where he's hid himself these days, much less if he'll come after anybody.
But couldn't he?
Of course he could, no question of that.
Just what are you saying anyway?
I'm saying because he hates himself, he hates everybody and has concluded that eliminating you will solve all his problems. You testified against him, so he'll come after you. The only way to catch him is to lure him into a trap, and we have the perfect bait. Meaning you.
You want to use me to draw Injun Joe into a trap?
That is unequivocally correct, and for that reason, my young friend, I cannot afford to let you out of my sight for a solitary moment.
I'm not going to be bait for your old trap.
Better he should come when you've got company than when you're by yourself.
I thought you believed he's gone by now.
He's staying pretty close behind us, Tom.
I hate to say it, but he's got a good idea.
You mean you don't mind his following you?
Injun Joe is a dangerous man, and if I can draw him out, everybody'll be a lot safer. I have to do whatever I can to help capture him.
You're willing to go along with Mr. Pinkerton's plan?
Yep.
But that could be terribly dangerous for you, Tom. I may not know much, Tom, but I believe you're the bravest, noblest boy I ever met in my whole life, and I'm proud to be your friend. And that's the honest-to-goodness truth. Wait a minute.
What?
Oh,
I also want you to know how very fond I am of you. You know, Tom, I have to go away to St. Louis the day after tomorrow. I'll miss you a lot, and I'll be thinking about you every day. But for now, so long!
I'll miss you. Have a good trip, Becky. Becky.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Bye. Bye. Don't forget me. Hurry back, Becky.
I declare I'll never understand how my dear sister makes it through the day in one piece. I don't know what she needs those papers for, but we better get 'em to her.
And it appears the sooner she gets them, the better, Mama. There could be real trouble if she doesn't get them in time. We should send them by hand with somebody we really trust.
I don't have time to go all the way down there, Mary, nor do you.
Tom would go in a shot.
Send Tom off by himself on a long trip like that? Why, just imagine all the mischief that boy'd get into.
Mama, it's time you gave Tom some growing-up responsibility. He's growing up fast, and it's an easy trip, a few days by steamboat and then 2 more hours by wagon.
You could be right at that. He won't get into any worse trouble down there than he will hanging around here pestering me all the time.
Oh, Mama, he'll be so pleased, and I'm sure everything will be just fine. I think I hear him coming in the side. We should tell him as soon as he gets in.
Oh, Tom?
Ain't it a wonderful evening, Aunt Polly?
Hold on a minute, young man. I need to talk to you about something.
What is it, Aunt Polly? How can I help?
Well, this is a pretty serious matter about your Aunt Sally. Come on in so I can tell you about it.
Be right there. Gotta tell Becky.
Hurry back, Tom.
Hey, where you going, Tom? Come back here.
Oh boy, wait till Becky hears about this. Hey, Becky! Becky! I don't mean that I was glad that Aunt Sally was having her problems, but I was more than glad to be of some help by delivering those papers she needed. Mr. Pinkerton would have to wait a while to spring his trap on Injun Joe, but I'd be back soon, and if Joe was still around, we'd get him then. Right now, I had happier things on my mind. Becky, are you home? I got some great news for you, Becky. Hey, Becky, where are you? Becky?
Hello, Tom. Now what's up?
I'm coming too.
To my grandmother's?
No, I mean I'm gonna go to Arkansas to visit my Aunt Sally.
You mean?
That means you and me can ride the steamboat together all the way down to St. Louis. Won't that be just grand?
Oh, Tom, that's wonderful news. How exciting!
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just couldn't wait another minute to tell you. Ow! Let go, Caesar. I think Caesar may be warming up to me. Oh, Caesar!
Caesar, you mustn't bite Tom.
That's okay. I reckon he's just being friendly. Bye! Good doggy, good Caesar. See you soon, Becky. Nice puppy, nice doggy, Caesar. Bye, Becky. There's a good doggy, Caesar. Yow! Ouch! Come on, Caesar. Ease up, will you, Caesar? Just 2 more days and Becky and me would be sailing down the river to St. Louis together. This was one dream I look forward to having come true.
These are the stories of Tom Sawyer. Me and Huck Finn just playing by the river. Chasing that steamboat teacher, let me be. I wanna be free sitting under a tree. That's me! Ha ha!